Hi everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday, the 11th of November 2018. Thank you so much for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot for today's reading. I've also got a new Twitter account, so please follow me there if you're active on Twitter. It's Talk to Gregory, so at Talk to Gregory. Let's have a look at what the cards we need to be aware of today. Oh, I like. The Three of Wands represents taking your power back and looking to the future and looking at where am I going to go? What does the future look like? What do I want the future to look like? And how can I get there? It's the first step. It's the initial tiny little flame that eventually expands into being a huge fire. And it's the first step of a very long journey to building something and creating something that is really meaningful to you. And that is an expression of who you are internally, and that you're really proud of. So it's a life's work. It's something that really you care about deeply and that you really focus on, and you become very, very focused on it today because you feel strongly about it. You feel some sort of desire to move forward. And that energy is really with you today. It's very, very strong. And you get serious in terms of how you're going to do that, how you're going to take steps to make things better or different in the future. And looking at what you want that to be. And now what's interesting here is that we've got the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups, I want to address him first because he's in reverse. The Knight of Cups is someone who is trying to manage his emotions. Sometimes he's really impulsive and he can't control himself. He's just so in love that he has to leave 32 text messages, or he is so self-involved that someone can be talking to him and he can just tune them out and just bite his fingernails and think about his own stuff and be completely inconsiderate and unfeeling towards other people. And he has to try and balance that out. And he's working on it. Through his experiences, he tries to make things right. The mistakes teach him something and he learns from them. But the card's in reverse today, and he's looking up to the king. So there's no more Knight of Cups energy with you today. You're grown up, and it's being really, really emphasized. The knight is saying, hey, card reader, tell the people that this reading is for, that today they are not emotional amateurs like me. They know what they're doing. They're the King of Cups, or they're under the supervision of the King of Cups. So you can ultimately and utterly and completely trust your feelings today, and trust the messages that are coming through, and trust that what you're focusing on and what you want to work on and create in the future is something that's part of your destiny. So if you feel on fire with some sort of goal that you've now imagined in your mind in the future, and it's important to have a goal like that. I feel if you're working, to have a goal at work, or if you're satisfied in work, to have a personal goal that you want to achieve, something that really excites you. Just do it. Live your life. That's very important. I also feel like the practical side of things is going to be really easy for you to kind of look at. So you'll be able to see what the first step is going to be in getting this sorted out, and how you can put that in place to get things moving. So it's really an amazing day to listen to your insights and your feelings. And if you're in a rush today, or if you're busy but you're still kind of getting messages coming through, make sure that you note them down and that you consider them in future. And I was talking to someone recently in a personal reading, and it was interesting that, like many of us, I don't think I'm breaking a confidence here. So yeah, like many of us, this lady, she had lots of ideas for what she was doing in her life, and she wrote them all down in a notebook, and she had pages and pages and pages and pages and pages of ideas, that never really manifested. So how do you narrow things down when you've got so many ideas and so many great things that you could do? So now we're on the flip side, okay? First of all, it is important to set a goal. So if you're someone who has no goals at all, and let's say you're sitting there and you're 75 and you're watching this video and you think, I'm pretty happy and content with the way things are. I don't want to set any new goals. Setting new goals is going to give you a much richer and fuller life because you're going to enjoy yourself more. I mean, it's not a secret, that if you engage with life, that it's going to be richer and more positive. But if you don't look to the future at all and just look at your memories, then you're really distancing yourself from life. So, on the other hand, if you're so inspired all the time that you don't know which one to go with, in this appointment I had, the message came through to look over those messages, and if you have them written down in a notebook, like by bullet points, each different idea, like I do, like make a video on this, make a video on this, make a video on this, you can go over it with a copper coin, and you can put the copper coin on your index finger and take the copper coin, put it on your index finger, put it on the paper, and just go over the different ideas. Just move over them. And see how you feel with each idea, because the copper is good because it absorbs negativity. So if there's anything around it that would be negative, you're protected by that. And therefore you can look at ideas, and when you feel sudden excitement and butterflies in your stomach and a sense of joy or wow or a real sense of focus, then you've hit the right one. So you can, and then keep going, and you can narrow down the list of 50 wonderful ideas that you've had that you want to create to 1 or 2 or 3, and then you can actually do those things. So today is really a day of you getting serious about fulfilling your dreams and fulfilling the things that you want to work on and that you want to do, and that you want to do something that has meaning and that you'll be remembered for, and that you make a name for yourself with. You want to do something that's really only from you, that's unique, that's come from you, and that's your kind of baby, okay? Your imaginative thing that you want to put out into the world. And most people don't do that. Most people just work in jobs. They don't express their innermost true feelings. Today you have an opportunity to understand what those feelings are. You can trust them. You're an expert. Like we said, there's no here or there wishy-washiness. It's, we know what we know. We feel a certain way about things because we're wise. We've been experienced. We've looked at things that we've wanted to do, and we know this is going to be something that we'll love. And then you look to the future and how to create something out of nothing. It's a wonderful idea for, not a wonderful idea, but a wonderful day for anyone who's out of ideas, because they'll be coming in. And it's also a great day to get serious and focused and practical about people who do have ideas, but haven't got started with them yet, who've maybe procrastinated. Maybe emotionally things have been really demanding of you lately. Maybe you've had to deal with other things that have kept you off track. But what we're saying now is that you've mastered those emotional distractions and you're ready to land on planet Earth and let your feet touch the ground and say, I'm making my life that way. If I'm 25 years old and my ultimate dream is to have a house with a pool and a golf course on it, then that's what I know I want. In my heart, that's what I want in that moment, okay? So because I know it, I can go out into the world and find ways of doing that. So first of all, you're gonna have to go somewhere where it's warm enough. So you pick that and pick the place, the country, the area you're going to. This is a major upheaval. And then you start working at something that would provide you the kind of money that would allow you to afford a house like that. So you get into, I don't know, the music industry, or you become a media titan, or you become a tech giant, leader of industry, businessman, businesswoman, someone who's very successful. And you see the practical A, B, C, D, E. These are the steps I have to take to get there. So it's a great day for dreamers, and especially dreamers who want to get things done in reality. So if you have a plan, it's not impossible. You'll be shown the way to do it today, and that's really encouraging. So technically it's a day off for a lot of people. So if you're not working today, you can take a minute or two to just kind of kick back, because you'll be feeling good. The King of Cups gives you emotional security. And then actually, if you could mimic this reading and position yourself in a way that you have a view, just a view of the countryside, like the mountains or the desert or the lake, or you look over the woods, the forest. So get yourself in a position today where you have a view. And you see yourself doing that. You're looking out over a valley, something like that. Get out today in nature and mimic this, and you'll really notice, oh, the King of Cups is here giving me lots of information via my feelings, and that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to go in that direction. So for all the poor lost souls, I'm exaggerating, but seriously, if you don't know what you're doing in terms of work or your love life or whatever is going on, and you feel like, oh, I've totally lost direction, how did this start? What am I doing? Where is this going? This is a good day to really remember the reason why you started it and where you were going, and how you got lost and how you can get back on track. 3 and 1 is 5. 5 is freedom. So you get emotional freedom, or you get practical freedom by listening to your emotions, which are on point, spot on. Don't ever dismiss your emotions or your insights today. And by putting those emotions into practice, you can create the security and the stability and the kind of life that you want. Obviously, Rome wasn't built in a day, but you can take that first step. So what a great day for anyone who's like going through a major transformative period, who's saying, I want to be in a different country, doing different work, and I want to go on an adventure. This is your day. The people who really want to do that kind of stuff independently. And I've done that, and it's exciting and wonderful. I remember I moved to Australia with 2 suitcases, and it was an adventure. It didn't turn out very well, but the beginning of it was fun. So that's not the case for this one. This is really something that's divinely ordained through your feelings, through your experience. You've got there and learned this, and this isn't just a whim. This is something that you're meant to do. So really don't dismiss it. Have a great day. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology in my personal readings. To draw up your astrology charts, I use your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. That is like a blueprint of your soul. It shows me what your life purpose is, where you've been in past lifetimes, what your vocational aptitudes are, what is destined for you in love and romance, travel, moving, spiritual progress, academic progress, education, money, career, anything you want to ask me, we can look at that. If you have any questions, on compatibility, anything at all. So please get in touch for a reading if you'd like me to answer your questions or analyze your birth chart by visiting the website gregoryscott.com. If you like my videos, please click subscribe, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.